I left the palace at dawn. No grand procession, no guards in silver armor, just me, Marjorie, and Samuel, riding out in silence beneath the pale morning sky. It wasn't an escape this time. I wasn't running from a crown or the weight of a lie. I was running towards something. A whisper, a name without a face, a girl without a past. Esenwell. It took us nearly a week to reach the village. The farther we traveled, the more the world softened. Hilltops cradled the sky, forests rustled like lullabies, and small rivers shimmered like threads of silver between patches of wildflowers. Esenwell was nestled in a valley that felt forgotten by time. There were no gates, no sentries. Just a dirt road winding through fields and cottages with weathered shutters and wind chimes made of bone and glass. People moved slowly here, with gentle eyes and hands stained with earth. It was the kind of place where a lost soul could vanish, or start again. The innkeeper greeted us with mild surprise, though she seemed more curious about our worn cloaks than our names. When I mentioned a girl, quiet, brown-haired, green-eyed, arrived years ago with no memory, she straightened instantly.
Oh, you mean Lila?
Lila. A name that wasn't mine, but sounded like it could have been.
She's been here 3-4 years now,
the woman continued.
Showed up after a storm, clothes torn. Looked like she'd walked through half the kingdom. Couldn't remember her name or where she came from. But sweet. Always helping at the bakery. Never caused trouble.
Did she ever mention the palace? I asked. The royal family? The innkeeper shook her head.
Never. Gets a faraway look when someone talks about the capital, but that's all.
We found Lila in the village square. She was feeding birds. She wore a simple green dress, hair braided loosely down her back, eyes soft and thoughtful. And when she looked up, I froze. Because she could have been me. Or rather, I could have been her. She blinked, stood slowly.
I'm sorry,
she said politely.
Do I know you?
No, I said. But I think I might know you. Her brow furrowed.
Have we met?
Not exactly. I took a breath. My name is Emma. I once lived in the royal palace as someone I wasn't. Her eyes widened slightly.
You were the girl who looked like the princess, the one who left.
I nodded. And I think you're the reason I was brought there in the first place. We talked for hours under the shade of a tall oak tree. Lila remembered nothing before arriving in Esenwell. No family, no origin. Just fragments. Flashes of dancing lights, distant voices, the scent of roses in stone. Samuel, ever the observer, asked gentle questions. Marjorie sat close, studying every twitch in Lila's expression. And I watched her, carefully, her posture, her gestures, her laugh. It was haunting, not because she mimicked me, but because she didn't. This wasn't a game of impersonation. This was something deeper. As the sun dipped below the hills, Lila brought out a small wooden box from her cottage. Inside were a few trinkets she'd collected. Smooth stones, pressed flowers, buttons, feathers. But there was one thing that didn't belong. A brooch, silver, with the Valeriana crest etched into the back. Faint, almost worn away. I stared at it. Where did you get this? I whispered.
I don't know,
she said.
It was in my pocket when I arrived.
That night, in the tiny inn with creaky floors and soft linen, I lay awake thinking, if Lila wasn't pretending, if her memories were truly lost, then who was she? And more importantly, was this finally her beginning? Or the unraveling of something much, much older? We stayed 3 more days in Esenwell, not to interrogate Lila, but to observe, to understand, to make sure. By the end, I knew this. She wasn't lying. She wasn't a second imposter. She was someone real, caught in the same mystery that had once trapped me. And I couldn't abandon her to it. When I told her we were returning to the palace, she looked afraid.
I don't know who I am.
she said. You don't have to, I replied. We'll figure it out. Together. She hesitated, then nodded. And for the first time, I saw it. A flicker of something behind her eyes. Recognition? Memory? I didn't know yet. But I knew one thing for sure. This wasn't over.